Get ready for the action, because the Steelers might finally walk into a mistake that the Browns fans have been waiting years for. After years of frustration, the question is whether the Pittsburgh Steelers can finally break free from their mediocrity spiral. We dive deep into why new head coach Mike McCarthy's first big mistake might be costing them everything, and what this means for the AFC North.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSockets Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the Cincinnati Bengals and how a favorable schedule draw could completely change their trajectory for the 2026 NFL season. We break down the massive impact that the order of games, especially early divisional matchups, could have on the Bengals' chances, and explore the dream scenario for their fans with incredible primetime games. Now it's time to talk about the massive draft for the Cleveland Browns as they fight to climb back into AFC North contention. We examine the optimism surrounding the Browns and whether their recent draft success will translate into on-field progress, especially with their shaky quarterback situation looming. Finally, Aqib Talib predicts a playoff berth for the Steelers, but with a third-place finish in the AFC North. We analyze Talib's bold predictions for the Pittsburgh Steelers' future, the potential role of Patrick Graham, and who might actually claim the division title this year. Don't miss this analysis. Stay locked in with us for more breaking news. The Pittsburgh Steelers are facing a potential turning point as the team navigates a period of significant change following the departure of head coach Mike Tomlin. Analysts suggest the franchise is overdue for a major rebuild, moving away from past mistakes that have contributed to sustained mediocrity. Concerns have been raised regarding the hiring of new head coach Mike McCarthy. Fansided's Jake Beckman pointed out that McCarthy's initial decision to take the job may have been a misstep, citing concerns over his age and the perception that he is being viewed as a placeholder rather than a long-term commitment. Beckman suggested that the Steelers' organization might be prepared to cut ties quickly if performance falters. The critique extends to the team's roster construction, which critics argue continues to prioritize acquiring players past their prime and catering to the needs of quarterback Aaron Rodgers. With the arrival of the first offensive-minded head coach in decades, observers anticipate potential turbulence. The AFC North is widely considered open, presenting a genuine opportunity for the Cleveland Browns to surpass the Steelers in standings. Cleveland is already trending positively, boasting a roster filled with young talent. Specific weaknesses have been highlighted, including the loss of two crucial pieces on the offensive line in the offseason, Broderick Jones and Isaac Seumalo, which could significantly impact the team's performance, especially with Aaron Rodgers under center. While Mike McCarthy, a Pittsburgh native, was expected to coach his hometown team, this tenure may be his final stop in the league. Given his past performance, including struggles with the Cowboys, and the aging of key personnel, analysts suggest a challenging season ahead for Pittsburgh, a scenario that Browns fans are expected to welcome. The Cincinnati Bengals are facing a pivotal season, with analysts suggesting that the finalization of their schedule could significantly impact their chances, moving beyond typical mock schedule exercises to genuine strategic considerations. Amidst roster changes and upheaval in the AFC North, the sequence of games could be a deciding factor. The current situation is characterized by a long string of first-year or new head coaches navigating the complexities of the NFL, with data showing a concerning winning percentage for first-time coaches in their initial games. This dynamic is amplified for the Bengals, as numerous matchups against teams with new coaches are expected. When assessing the best-case scenario for Cincinnati, experts are focusing on scheduling games early in the season to leverage continuity in their offense, which is returning its entire core coaching staff and 11 starters. This aligns with Warren Sharp's analysis of the NFL's strength of schedule for 2026, which ranked Cincinnati third among the easiest schedules. The top 5 easiest schedules include the Lions, Saints, Bengals, Browns, and Jets. To enhance this advantage, Fans and analysts are exploring several ideal scenarios. One dream scenario involves securing division games within the first 6 weeks. Furthermore, the team could capitalize on unique fan experiences and travel opportunities. Potential highlights include a potential 1 p.m. ET Sunday game in Baltimore, breaking a recent streak of primetime matchups against the Ravens, and a potential double-dip weekend featuring the University of Cincinnati playing in Morgantown, West Virginia. Other strategic scheduling goals include hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in December for a cold-weather night game, capitalizing on the short travel distance, and scheduling a game against the New Orleans Saints during winter months to create an advantage. Fans are also anticipating highly desired matchups, such as a primetime home game against the Ravens and a Black Friday game, which ownership has long desired. The schedule remains fluid, but the potential for favorable positioning suggests that the official schedule announcement on Thursday could prove highly beneficial for the Bengals. The Cleveland Browns are reportedly crafting a massive draft strategy aimed at regaining contention in the AFC North. Sources indicate the team is preparing a significant move in the upcoming draft to bolster their roster and push for a playoff push. Details regarding the specific players targeted and the overall philosophy behind this aggressive approach are expected to emerge as the draft approaches. This strategic overhaul signals a clear intent from the Browns organization to compete more fiercely in the highly competitive division. Former NFL cornerback Aqib Talib has offered a nuanced prediction for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 2026 season, suggesting they could secure a playoff berth, but likely finish in third place in the AFC North. Talib attributes the team's 2025 success, which included a 10-win season and an AFC North title, partly to a weakened division. Talib believes the Steelers have the potential to repeat their 10-win performance, contingent upon finding a strong offensive line lineup. He pointed to potential defensive upgrades, specifically naming Patrick Graham as a smart, detail-oriented coach who could maximize the defense, contrasting this with the performance of Terrell Austin. Despite optimism for Pittsburgh, Talib anticipates that the Baltimore Ravens and Cincinnati Bengals will finish ahead of them. He projects the Ravens could contend for the division title with 12 or 13 wins, with the Bengals falling just short. The AFC North landscape is marked by significant offseason changes. The Cincinnati Bengals were the division's outlier, retaining their head coach, though they lost Trey Hendrickson to the Ravens and added Dexter Lawrence to their defense. The Bengals' offensive unit, featuring Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, remains a key factor. Conversely, the Ravens face uncertainty under new head coach Jesse Minter, who is a first-time head coach, suggesting potential turbulence in his inaugural season. While the Ravens have historically dominated the Steelers in the AFC North, 2025 showed vulnerabilities. In Cleveland, the Browns are viewed as a wildcard with optimism surrounding their recent draft success. However, a shaky quarterback situation makes it uncertain if they can overtake the Steelers. Overall, the 2025 AFC North is expected to be highly competitive, with 3 teams under new leadership making the standings less predictable. While Talib sees a path to the Steelers making the playoffs, he maintains the expectation of a third-place finish in the division.